Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing the big debate, the age-old question: what is a better game, Boom Beach versus Clash of Clans? Now, I feel like I have a good base to kind of make this debate on, guys, because I'm level 137 with 700 plus war stars in Clash of Clans. No means the best player in the world or anything like that, but I play both games at a high level. Obviously, you know my stats in Boom Beach if you watch these videos, guys. Obviously, level 65. So I know a good deal about both the games. So how I'm gonna rank this is I'm gonna do 5 points, and whoever has the most points is just gonna be the winner for this debate. The points are gonna be covering number 1 is gonna be attacking. 2 is defending, 3 is upgrades, 4 is operations and clan wars, so the task force or your clan aspects of the game, and then daily gameplay. So let's get right into it, guys. So the first point, attacking. Now, for I scored this in the side of Boom Beach, and I'm gonna say why here. When you're attacking in Boom Beach, you have more control. There's more options of how your attack can go versus Clash of Clans, where you're kind of like you have different troop layouts, but you're kind of married to how it's required to play those troops, if that makes sense. Like, I can use Heavy Zuka and in a number of different ways in Boom Beach. I can't really use balloons and minions in Clash of Clans in very different ways. Like, you're gonna need your rage spells or whatever. Like, if I'm going to use Hog Riders at Town Hall 8, I'm going to need to bring heal spells, because that's how you play Hog Riders. Versus in Boom Beach, like, if I'm going to use like Scorchers and Zukas, like, there's a million different ways to do it. So there's a lot more variance in the Boom Beach attacking that I find, and of course the statues make a huge effect on the overall attacking in Boom Beach, and you can kind of this kind of goes for a number of the points, but with the statues in Boom Beach, you can kind of tailor them to your specific personal preference in your gameplay, and I think that is really cool in itself. And obviously Clash of Clans, that's different because everyone has the same base stats depending on your level. We'll touch on statues more in a bit, though. Again, for Clash of Clans, a couple points for their attacking. I want to make this as like reasonable as possible here. So I believe there's more strategy involved in a Clash of Clans attack versus a Boom Beach attack. Obviously they're both very high levels in strategy, so I mean it's kind of like nitpicking at this point. But you have to know where all your troops are going to go in Clash of Clans before you do your attack. You have, like in Boom Beach, you can kind of do it on the fly. You can say like, oh, this is happening, like I need to shock here, I need to flare back over here, like this is the wrong way to go, I better move this way. Versus in Clash of Clans, you have to know based on where you put your troops, where they're going to go and where they're going to end up, and how you're going to get through the base. And another thing I don't like about Clash of Clans attacking, I like that last point, I'm just saying, it depends greatly on your hero level, how successful your attacks are going to be. It's like having a level 40 queen versus having a level 10 or even a level 20 queen makes a massive, massive difference in Clash of Clans. So that's kind of how I feel about the attacking, guys. Let's move on to the next point, and that's going to be defending. So attacking was 1 point for Boom Beach. Defending is going to be 1 point for Clash of Clans, and I'm going to explain why here. In Boom Beach, it's almost impossible to consistently defend without significant ice if you're like above 400 VP or whatever. Obviously, if I drop down to like 200 VP, I'm going to be playing against beginner level players, and it's going to be a whole different ballgame, but most people don't do that. There's no real reason to drop VP in Boom Beach. And the layout editor in Boom Beach is extremely tedious and very annoying. I hate moving the little mines and stuff. I don't typically do change it up for Hammerman just because it takes so much time and it's very annoying. In Clash of Clans, there's a very deep base building aspect to the game. The building editor is really smooth and really easy to use, and you can specifically create a counter defense to something you get hit by a lot. So if you're at Town Hall 8, getting raided by mass dragons and common troop attacks like that, or like the Town Hall 10 getting hit by a Golem, Valkyrie, or a healer bowler, or more common troop compositions. You can relay out your base to specifically guard against those things, and that comes into Clan Wars, which I'm going to touch on later. But it's really satisfying to be like continually get your base destroyed by a certain troop composition, and then go in and make a few changes to your base, and then have that make like a world of difference. Even like fine-tuning little changes, like making your town hall more in a wide open area can make like a huge difference in the game. So that's a point for Clash of Clans. I actually enjoy the defending parts of it, especially in Clan Wars. It's really nice to see like you put in half an hour to making a new base layout specifically to defend against something, and then you see it defended against that, and it's just a really satisfying feeling. Whereas in Boom Beach, you can kind of do whatever you want. Like if you have 7 ice boosted, you're gonna have a good defense regardless of layout. If you have 0 ice, your defense is kind of gonna suck regardless of how much time you put into making your layout. And no matter how many like little imperfect changes you make to it, it's really not gonna matter. So 1-1 right now. Boom Beach, 1 point for attacking. Clash Clans, 1 point for defense. Now upgrades. So in Boom Beach, the upgrades are easier. They're a lot faster. There's much less wait times. And the farming for getting your resources is way more fun. Again, statues come into play here. They could become a grind if you don't have any resource reward statues, and if you're at really high VP and it's difficult to take any of your bases down, then it does get difficult, yes. For the most part though, if you have 1 resource reward statue, I mean, then farming becomes fun. You just clear your map, you get a ton of resources. By the end of the map clear, you can usually upgrade whatever you want to upgrade, and then within the next window of 2 days, you get to see the upgrade. So I really like that about Boom Beach. Clash of Clans, the upgrades, massive wait times, up to 2 weeks. Everything, I'm at the point in Clash of Clans where every single thing that I upgrade takes around 2 weeks. That includes troop level upgrades. Excuse me. Farming itself in Clash of Clans, extremely boring, very dry. Very little skill involved. How you do farming in Clash of Clans is more or less you drop down to like 1200, 1700 medals. You use barbarians and archers, which are like the most, and you just pick off collectors on the outside of the base, and it's very boring. The attacks themselves aren't that fun. You have to do a lot of it. It could take you weeks to get enough. Well, not so much now, but it used to take weeks to save up enough resources to get that upgrade. Not so much now, because you can attack twice in a row, and there's more rewards in general. They have fixed a lot of the problems in Clash of Clans with how annoying it was to get the rewards and stuff, but it still takes a very long time, and I find personally I find farming in Clash of Clans very annoying. But a good point about Clash of Clans, the upgrades, is I find it much more satisfying to actually get the upgrades. I like the look of the upgrades. Like most of the upgrades in Boom Beach, like you'll upgrade something and it looks the same. Every single time you upgrade something in Clash of Clans, it looks different, it looks cool, it looks exciting. But with the massive wait times, I was actually going to score this point for Clash of Clans. I gave it to Boom Beach. Simply because the massive wait times in Clash of Clans just made it too much. By the time you get the upgrade done, you've usually, like, you're not excited about it anymore, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like when you do it in Boom Beach, it's like the next day or maybe like a day and a half you'll get to see the upgrade, and you're still like looking forward to it at that point. Like by the time 2 weeks roll around in Clash of Clans, you've already, like, it's usually a surprise. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I was upgrading that thing that finished today. So the next point, guys, operations and clan wars. So for operations in Boom Beach, it relies heavily on your statue type. Like, you won't even get into some task forces if you don't have, like, if you don't have all offense, if you don't have, like, 5/5, some sort of GB damage. type of layout. If you have like all offense, all hell statues or something, that might not even let you in. There is a high skill ceiling. It's not. It's definitely not. It's definitely a lot of skill to compete in the highest task forces in Boom Beach, but I feel like it's more easily learnable than it is in Clash of Clans. So there's a relatively high skill ceiling for Boom Beach. Now, the reason I scored this point for Clash of Clans is because of to to play the game at the highest level in Boom Beach requires insane high amounts of activity and intel grinding, and that's what I don't like about top task forces. Is the intel grind becomes annoying, and it doesn't become fun to like be required to clear your map every single day, because then you're not really playing the game anymore, right? Like it's more the mindset of I have to get on, I have to beat these 20 bases or whatever, or my task force is I'm gonna let down my task force because we're not gonna have enough intel to start the next operation. So for Clash of Clans, it depends more on skill. Number one, because you don't have statues to boost to make your troops stronger. Everyone that's maxed out levels, which most people do get to eventually. Excuse me. Everyone that's maxed out their levels, it's basically like a fair playing field, right? Like everyone has the same attack power, everyone has the same troop types, and it doesn't require insane activity. You can play Clash of Clans once you get maxed out. Yes, that takes a long time to do, but once you get maxed out, you don't have to grind anything to get to do to go against the best clan wars. Clans in the game. You can literally just play the game for clan wars at that point. Obviously you have to get on and donate and stuff and help out your clan in that aspect, but there's also an extremely high skill ceiling, I feel personally, in Clash of Clans for the clan wars. I think more so than Boom Beach. Like, yes, Boom Beach, they're both really like highly skilled strategy games at the very top, and I'm not trying to take away from either of them, but I think there's more that can go into the planning for Clash of Clans, which is why I say there's a higher skill ceiling, because it requires more planning. It requires you, I kind of touched on this before, it requires you to have a good defense. It requires you to plan your attack from start to finish, more or less, and requires you to not only take offense into account, but defense as well. You have to have a really well planned out defense, which is just as important as having maxed offense. Boom Beach, not so much. Like you see people that are top of the game, they don't even have all the defenses, right? Like we all remember seeing guys that would be like, this was before, but level 48 or whatever the level was for maxed offense, and literally not having a defense built, but being like some of the best players in the game, just because they were so good with Smokey Zuka. So that point went to Clash of Clans. So right now we're all tied up 2-2, and my last point, daily gameplay, I gave that point to Boom Beach, and this is why. For Boom Beach, this is like, I find daily gameplay is the most important thing, because this is what's going to keep me logging in every single day. This is what makes the game fun, right? Is like a reason why I open up the app every single day, and that's because there's daily events in Boom Beach, which is just like really nice in itself. It's different every day, even though we get the same Dr. Terror layouts every now and then or whatever. But for the most part, it's it's a different thing to do every day. You get the supply chest. There's a variety of bases to attack. There's player bases, there's resource bases, there's NPC bases, and there's more daily diamonds for logging in, so that's a reason in itself. In Clash of Clans, I found, excuse me, it's more or less the same thing day in, day out. Like, especially if you're farming, it's going to be the same thing for a very long time. Like if you're grinding walls or whatever, you're going to be sitting down in silver, gold, crystal, something like that, and just kind of grinding out the same bases, doing the same attacks, using the same troops, going for the same rewards. Metal pushing and farming takes longer. There's no daily events. The Goblin map, which is the single player thing in Clash of Clans, has been cleared like for almost 3 years at this point or something crazy without getting new bases to attack on it. So I don't know. I still play Clash every day. I still play Boom every day, but I have a lot more fun playing Boom on a daily basis than I do on Clash. I'm more so look forward to the clan wars in Clash of Clans than I do anything else really. I find the attacking gets stale after a long time. Obviously, there's ways around this by trying to get better at different troop compositions and working towards specific troop upgrades and stuff like that. And I think a point that I missed, guys, another point for Boom Beach in respect to attacking, is you get to keep your troops. That's one of the biggest things in this game. Like, you'll see people say they play Boom Beach over Clash of Clans strictly for the fact that their troops don't carry over in Clash of Clans. Like, you can wipe the guy's base out, not lose a single troop, have like the most perfect attack, like using all dragons or something, and all your troops die at the end, and you have to reload them again, and you're stuck at that 30 to 40 minute wait time. And they have reduced the wait time for troops in Clash of Clans, but it's still, I find the new troop layout editor thing very annoying to use. It's really confusing. Like, the chicken might just be stupid, guys, but I find it, I liked how it was before, and I thought that was just an important point to touch on. Like, if you're skillful enough in Boom Beach to not lose any troops, you get rewarded by being able to attack and attack again. So that's all I had to say on the Boom Beach versus Clash of Clans debate, guys. Definitely interested to hear what you think down in the comments. Let's get some discussion going on why you feel either way. Obviously, we're all going to be kind of in favor of Boom Beach because that's why we're here. This is a Boom Beach channel, but I'd like to hear your thoughts either way, pros, cons, either side. That's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out.